when you're doing the scrutineering checklist and you go down through there, it's going to ask for closed cell foam to line the inside of this car to give the driver some protection. But then it's also going to ask for a more of a hard exterior barrier. I think the technical standards say that if it's aluminum or metal, that it needs to be 1.5 millimeters in thickness. And then it gives other specifications, maybe for plywood and those sorts of things. So talk a little bit about the importance and relate it to a real race car out on the track. Do you guys have to do something very similar to that?
Our formula cars are required to have intrusion barriers on the side protecting the driver. In the event of an accident, you can have somebody's wheel, somebody's frame intruding in there and catching the driver in the side. So what we have to have in our cars is a metallic or carbon fiber, it can be, but
right,
metallic piece on this outside which forms that barrier for hard items to come in. And then, as we've done here, this foam, which tucks in there against your metallic piece here on the outside, provides a little bit of comfort factor for the driver as well.
So essentially, even on this scale, much smaller, but we're trying to replicate the same degree of safety, right? Because
exactly.
We want that to be safe for the driver. So again, they need to review the technical standards because it's going to provide more information than what we're giving. Again, we're just pointing out things that we want them to be aware of and look at, and most definitely go read and research it. But they must have the closed cell foam on the inside toward the driver, and then on the outside some type, and I want to specify that and stress it, because it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be like aluminum. You said carbon fiber, but there are specs that they have to follow when they start that design and implementation of that onto the car.
And this outside piece has to be firmly attached to the car. Racer's tape isn't sufficient.
No, it isn't. It isn't sufficient. So and again, this is strictly a suggestion, but it could be pop riveted.
Could be pop riveted, could be sheet metal, screws.
Just some safe fashion of attaching that as a hard point to the frame of the car, correct?
Exactly.